I am super duper excited to have you in today's workshop, and I'm hoping that you are equally excited about today's workshop. Well, first of all, welcome everybody. So let me ask you the big question. Are you ready to start and grow an e-commerce business from zero using my YSUC e-commerce formula? Well, you know what I'm assuming? You are, right? That's why you're here to attend the workshop. And you know what? Once you learn the formula, you will be able to start and grow a new e-commerce store, a new e-commerce business, and build a profitable store for yourself in just the next 12 months. You know what, but before we talk about my e-commerce formula and how you can go about things, I want to take this opportunity to thank you. You know what, seriously, thank you for joining me in this workshop. The fact that you are here attending the workshop says a lot about you. It shows that you are committed to start a new business, to change your life, and to do something meaningful. So really appreciate the fact that you are here. Now, why is this workshop going to be different? There are a lot of workshops that keep happening. So why is this one different? Let me answer that for you. Number one reason, and the most important reason, being you are learning from an entrepreneur. That's correct. No, you're not learning from somebody who just teaches stuff, but you're actually learning from somebody who is an entrepreneur. Because I, don't just teach stuff. I actually run e-commerce companies. I have service-based companies, and I also sell on Amazon. So I'm a practitioner. I'm not somebody who, just says stuff or, does stuff in theory. I actually practice what I preach. And the goal for this session is to showcase how you can use the YSUC e-commerce formula and how it can help you build a new profitable e-commerce business. Even if you have zero experience with e-commerce. Right? Even if you have no experience about digital marketing or don't know anything about e-commerce or digital marketing, but once you understand my formula, you should be able to go out there and build a new profitable e-commerce business for yourself in just 12 months. Exciting, right? Well, so who is this for? Good question, right? Well, if you're a business owner and you want to start another business to build a second source of revenue, this is for you. If you're a professional and you want to start a business and fulfill your dream of becoming an entrepreneur, well, this is for you. If you're a student and you plan to start a business after you graduate and after you complete your graduation, well, great, this is for you too. And if you're a housewife and if plan to start something from your home, and if you plan to build a business from your home, this is for you too. Well, you know what? Before I begin and talk about my e-commerce formula, I'm sure you want to know a little bit about me, right? So let me give you some, info about me. Who am I? My name is Karan Dharamsi, and I am the CEO of the Marketing Nerdz and TMN Media. I am also the host of India's #1 marketing podcast on iTunes India. I'm also an author. I recently wrote the book, The 1 Lakh Formula. So, in the last few years, I have trained everybody, be it entrepreneurs, be it politicians, be it actors, RJs, Miss India. In the pic you see Fatima Sana Sheikh from Dangal. You see Miss India Tanvi Vyas, who came in to attend one of my, boot camps to learn how she could monetize her massive social media following. And this is Tanvi Vyas, consulting me to understand how she could, monetize her YouTube channel. And I've worked with politicians. Politicians have, consulted me into growing their social media presence. And, this is Lilesh Chaudhary from BJP, Gujarat Committee, Real Estate Committee. And he also has a real estate development business. So here he came in to attend one of my events to learn, how to grow his business. I am frequently invited by radio channels, interviewed by newspapers, and I have several celebrity clients and who consult me. This was Hiten Tejwani, who came in for one of my shows, and he revealed everything about himself. So you see, I also frequently do these 3-day boot camps to teach entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs on how they could start a business using digital media, or how they could grow their business using digital media. And wherever I do events, they are sold out, they are house full, as you can see in the pic. And I'm also frequently invited by top management colleges in India to come and guest lecture their students and help them understand the importance of digital media and how they could grow their business using digital marketing, right? So, and here's the best part. If I can do all of it without any tech experience or any marketing background, because I have absolutely no marketing background at all. So, you know what? This shows that anybody can do it. You can do it too, and I'll show you how you could do exactly that. And here is the thing that people don't know about me. I have been running e-commerce businesses since 2013. That's right. I have been doing e-commerce since 2013. And if you see here, this is my first company, Elaza Naturals. This is one of the first products I sold way back in 2013. And Elaza Naturals was my first e-commerce company. I was selling essential oils on Amazon.com in the US, sitting in India. I started this company towards the end of 2013 to generate a second source of revenue. I already had a fitness company. I was doing fairly well, but I wanted to diversify. I wanted to, have a second source of revenue. So I started a e-commerce company, and it worked well. It made me decent revenue. And that's when I started my second e-commerce company. And this time I wasn't selling on Amazon.com. I built a store on Shopify. And the name of the store was Sat Car Care. That was the name of my company, Sat Car Care, and it was in the car niche. We were selling, all types of car accessories, and this was one of my products from the Sat Car Care company. This was a car tire cleaning brush. So, again, this company did all right and was generating decent revenue. But you know what? I was just breaking even. Although the company was making sales and, there was thousands of dollars flowing in, but I wasn't making a lot of profit. And to be honest, there was hardly any profits. And then I went on to start my third e-commerce company. And this time it was my second store on Shopify. And this time I was selling fitness products. Since I already had a fitness training business, so I started selling fitness products, but again in the US. And this store was generating decent revenue too. But again, the same story continued. I was hardly making any profits. I was frustrated, to be honest. You see, I was investing way too much time on all my stores. And I wasn't thrilled with the money I was taking home after putting in so much work. You see, I was working for hours and hours and hours, and I was just taking home a few $100s, even though the stores were generating thousands of dollars in revenue. At the end of the day, there was almost nothing left for me to take home. Right? So I had 3 stores. I was putting in hours and hours. There were sales, but no money for me to take home. Hardly any profits. I was doing exactly what the so-called experts were telling me back then. And what you hear today, and it's very, very commonly, circulated on social media, on YouTube, you will find experts talking about, hey, build a Shopify store. Find great products on AliExpress, drop ship them, run Facebook ad campaigns, and you know what? You will make thousands of dollars. You will make so much money. And you know what? I followed the exact same formula, but I wasn't taking any money back home, or there was just so little money that it was frustrating. And I knew I was missing something. And I'm sure that you must have been, or you are in the same boat, right? I knew there was a better way to run an e-commerce business and actually take more money home. So you know what? I completely stopped listening to all the experts and gurus, and I started experimenting and researching. And after wasting months and months running low profitable stores and wasting countless hours, I finally discovered and understood the e-commerce formula that not just generates revenue, but also generates massive profits. Yes, profits that you can take home and be really thrilled and excited about. Well, introducing my YSUC E-Commerce formula. Once you understand my YSUC E-Commerce formula, something that I teach in depth in the 10 lakh e-commerce club. You'll be able to successfully launch and grow your e-commerce store while making crazy profit from it. Now that's the bottom line, right? You want to make profits, you want to take money home. And that's exactly what you will be able to do when you learn my YSUC and understand my YSUC e-commerce formula. And in today's session, I'll give you the framework of the YSUC e-commerce formula. You see, once I was in your shoes, confused, wasn't generating a lot of revenue, struggling to make money with e-commerce. And you know what? This is probably why. And this is what's happening to you at this point. Because you are getting the same traditional advice from all these so-called gurus, right? What do they tell you? They ask you to start a Shopify store. They ask you to find, products that are different, that are good to sell on social media. And, you jump to AliExpress and then you start drop shipping. You start running Facebook ad campaigns, the typical free plus shipping or shipping plus free stuff. And then what? You make the sales probably, but then there's no money to take home, or there's no sustainability in your business, right? You don't know how much money you're going to make month after month. One day you have great sales, the next day you don't have any sales at all, right? So the typical advice doesn't work any longer. In 2019, you can no longer make that work and actually grow a business. Today, what you need is my YSUC e-commerce formula. And this formula will help you make massive profits and massive and consistent profits with your e-commerce store. So what is the first step in the YSUC e-commerce formula? How do you begin with starting your e-commerce store? Well, here is the first step. You always want to start an e-commerce business with your story if you want to make massive profits in 2019 and beyond, right? You always want to start your e-commerce store with a story. A store based on a story can give you a tactical profit margin advantage. Make a note of it. A store based on a story can give you a tactical profit margin advantage. Most e-commerce store owners struggle to make any profits because they don't sell a story. That's the biggest problem. And no guru is telling you that. No expert is telling you that. Right? Because all they are asking you to do is find products and sell products. And when you're just selling products, which is just a commodity, you are in direct competition with thousands of other sellers who sell the same products. And probably you find the same products on Amazon, Flipkart, or the big e-commerce stores. And you're directly competing with the big daddies of e-commerce. And I like what Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, says. He says that in the price war, he who can spend the most to acquire a customer will always win. So, my friend, unless you have millions of dollars sitting in your bank account from investors, you will never be able to compete on the price point. There'll always be somebody who will offer similar products that you sell at a cheaper price point. The only way to win in e-commerce is to price your product above the average market price and have a healthy profit margin. And the only way to do that is when you have a good story attached to your product and your brand. When you have a great story attached to your product and your brand, your consumers, the potential, the marketplace would be willing to pay you a higher than average market price for the same product, because then you are selling a story and not the product. So remember this, the mistake most people make when they are starting an e-commerce business is this. They focus on selling products on features and discounts. And this doesn't work well in the long run. And you also do not generate or have a great profit margin when you do this. Most times, most e-commerce business owners lose money on the ads or at best break even when they are only selling products on features and discounts. So never ever run a store where you don't have a story attached to the store. You will never be able to make massive profits and take home a lot of money if you're just, selling the products as commodity as opposed to selling the story and not the product. Right? So you always want to build a Shopify store or an e-commerce store with a story. Start with a story. A store with a story will help you generate massive profits. That's the first step. And let me give you a case study. Let me help you understand how I did this. So, as you know, my first store was Elaza Naturals. right? So my initial profit margins were approximately 12%. My cost of manufacturing, labeling and everything to get the product ready was about $5.56, and I was selling the product for about $9, right? And I had Amazon fees to pay. So my profit margins were approximately 12%, and then because I was just selling the product, I couldn't really raise the price beyond $9 because that was the average market price, and I was already on a higher side. So the only way I could beat the price and raise the price above the average market price and still sell the product was when I had a great brand story. So here is what I did to come up with a story for my brand. I partnered up with a mom blogger in the US, and this blogger was famous and she had a great audience, she had a great voice, she had a great story. So I partnered up with her. She became the face of my company, and we changed the entire branding for Elaza Naturals. And then the branding was all about this blogger, the mom, and this product was her brainchild, and we tweaked the product a little bit based on her suggestions. And we increased the price point to $29, and we were crazily selling the product at $29, right? Almost the same cost of manufacturing to me, but now the profit margins were dramatically higher. My profit margins went up by 400+%. So you see, attaching a great story and attaching a great story to your store is the way to increased profit margins. So that's step number 1. So make sure that whenever you plan to start your e-commerce business, your first goal should always be to create a brand story to generate massive profits and sustain the business in the long run. And of course, you'll learn how to create great brand stories in detail in the 10 Lakh Club e-commerce coaching program. So let's go to step number 2 of my YSUC e-commerce formula. And the second step is always build an upsell sequence before you launch. Yes, you make real long-term ongoing money in e-commerce only when you have repeat purchase. That's right. That's really important to know and understand. The first sale, which is where you acquire customers, is 6 times expensive, because the first time when somebody buys from you, they do not know you, they don't trust you, they have no idea if you actually deliver great stuff, right? So you have to advertise and re-advertise and retarget them, right? It's 6 times expensive. But when somebody buys from you for the first time, getting the second sale or the repeat purchase from the same customer is easier, because now if you've delivered them a great quality product and they're happy with it, they are not likely to want to see a lot of ads from you. Just the information that, hey, I have this other product that you may be interested in, and here are the features and these are the benefits that you get when you buy the product, would be enough to get them moving towards the second purchase, right? So as an e-commerce business owner, your focus should be on increasing the repeat purchase frequency, so that with second, third, fourth, fifth sale, you have a higher profit margin. So, and you do this by building an upsell sequence. Here's the thing. You need to be talking to your customers every day. And the goal of doing this is to be at the top of their mind and to get them to buy new products and increase the repeat purchase frequency. I am appalled to see a lot of e-commerce business owners not communicating with their customers every single day. Right? But make it a point that when I say that you want to communicate with your customers every single day, you do not want to spam them with buy now messages all the time. So you just don't want to do that all the time. There's a difference between push versus pull, right? You don't want to just keep pushing your message to your customers. You want to pull your customers towards your products and get them to buy the products, towards the sale. And you do that with story-based upsell sequences. This is really important. You don't push or spam. You pull your customers towards your products and get more repeat purchase by using story-based upsell sequences. And you could create story-based upsell sequences using different digital channels. You could do email marketing, you could do WhatsApp marketing, you could do retargeting, you could do text message marketing, Facebook, bots, content marketing, you name it, right? Use any avenue you like, but you do story-based upsell sequences. Now here's a screenshot from one of my students, and in just a few hours, using the strategy that I just shared with you, which is story based upsell sequence, he used email marketing and used text message campaigns. He got 234 sales on orders in just a few hours. His entire sales bumped up by 284%. Just by using these two digital channels and by using story-based upsell sequence. Just one email and one text message and 234 new orders. That's crazy, right? That's probably, worth 3 to 4 lakh rupees in sales in just a few hours. So make sure to implement the second step of my YSUC e-commerce formula, which is build an upsell sequence to boost your repeat purchase frequency. Never launch a store till you do not have an upsell sequence ready. And the best part about, the digital media channels is you can automate the entire thing. You just build it once and then it runs on automation. So never ever launch an e-commerce store without building an upsell sequence, because you will be spending 6 times more money to acquire the customer. But if you do not have an upsell sequence ready, you will not be able to, make profits. So always have the upsell sequence ready before you launch your e-commerce store, so that your customers can immediately go on to buy a second, third, fourth, fifth products, and you start making profits and taking money home. Alright, so let's talk about step number 3 now. Step number 3 in the e-commerce formula, YSUC e-commerce formula, is to build a community. And as a e-commerce business owner, to generate ongoing massive profits, your focus should also be on building a community around your brand. Your focus should be to turn your customers into your fans. And of course, you can do this by using, value added content. You could do it by story based content, by making your customers feel important, by creating a community, and of course, by having a vision that pulls them towards your brand. A good example of this would be Apple. Apple does not have customers. It has fans, right? People are not shy to pay 1,50,000 rupees to buy a phone. That's crazy, right? Because they just love Apple. Think about Manish Malhotra, right? When people buy a wedding gown from Manish Malhotra, they are spending lakhs of rupees. They could probably get a similar looking gown from a local market in their city. And, it could almost look similar. But then they are paying for that brand value because they are fans of Manish Malhotra. Right? So you typically want to be doing that with your e-commerce store. You want to build a community around your e-commerce store. And the reason of building a community is to maximize the customer lifetime value as a business owner. You see, our marketing needs to be 2 steps ahead of the typical giant e-commerce stores like Amazon, Flipkart. We don't just sell, right? That's what they do. They keep selling, and that's how they communicate with their customers. But that's okay for them because they have billions of dollars in investor cash. We can't do that, right? So we want to invite our customers to be a part of our family, our community, our vision. And when you create a brand based around a story, and when you have a great vision for the brand, your customers will automatically be drawn towards your store. They'll be pulled towards your brand and they'll want to buy more of your products. And you learn how to do this in detail in the 10 lakh e-commerce club coaching program. But you know what? Let me give you an example of how I did this. So going back to the example of my e-commerce brand, Elaza Naturals, we also, apart from, tying up and partnering up with a mom blogger and making her the face of my company, I created a community which is called as a natural living community. Now, the natural living community is a community of bloggers, right? People in the natural living space, meditation, yoga, healthy living, nutrition. And, we formed a group of all these bloggers and they were creating content for our customers, and we created a private Facebook group and people could buy membership to that group. So, here is an example of it. So we were selling the natural living community membership for just $1, and NLC was an extension of Elaza Naturals. So anybody who purchased our product, an essential oil from Elaza Natural brand, were offered to join the natural living community for $1. Right? That was a trial for 30 days. And then we were charging them $27 to be a part of the community, and they had to pay $27 per month. But you know what? When they joined the community, they were able to meet other moms, and they were able to meet customers who thought like them, who lived like them, who had same principles, same values, and it created a new community where people could interact with like-minded people, and it just flourished. Our brand, our sales went off the roof, and we had a lot of repeat purchase. Alright, so now that you're clear about the step 3 of my YSUC e-commerce formula, which is to build a community to increase the customer lifetime value and see your profits soar, this is what you need to be doing in a nutshell. And let me reiterate all the steps. So the 3 steps to making massive profits by starting an e-commerce store in 2019 and beyond are: 1. Start a store with a story. That's more like a tongue twister, but remember this: start a store with a story. Step number 2, build an upsell sequence to increase repeat purchase. And step number 3, create a community to increase customer lifetime value and boost profits. Right? So this is the key to starting a successful store and building a store that actually makes profits and makes you money in 2019 and beyond. So now that you know about my YSUC e-commerce formula, the question is, are you ready to learn this formula in detail and implement and start and grow your e-commerce store and make a lot of money? I'm assuming you said yes, right? If you said yes, then I have great news for you. Let me introduce the 10 lakh e-commerce club coaching program, a 12-month online coaching program to help you start and grow your e-commerce business from scratch. That's right, from zero. What exactly are you going to learn in the 12-month online coaching program? Well, in this 12-month online program, you will learn how to start and grow an e-commerce store using my YSUC e-commerce formula. Here is the month-by-month breakdown of the 12-month coaching program. In the first month, you learn advanced Facebook and Instagram advertising secrets for e-commerce entrepreneurs. Now, don't worry if you've never done any kind of Facebook advertising. We start with the basics and then we help you graduate to an advanced level, because learning how to advertise on Facebook, get traffic and get customers to your store is the key. So in the first month, we focus on helping you learn right from the basics to the advanced Facebook and Instagram marketing strategies. Number 2, in the second month, you understand the story framework and we help you develop your story theme. So in the second month, you'll be learning and working on how to create themes around any store. And by the end of the second month, you will be ready with a story theme for your store. Exciting, right? And after that, in the third month, Shopify store setup. That's what you start working on. And you get a list of all the ninja apps and how to integrate them and execute them. And also, how do you set up story-based theme product descriptions, right? So in the third month, at the end of the third month, you would have your Shopify store ready. You would have, all your story-based product descriptions ready. And that's the key to making massive profit margins, right? You want to sell a story with a product, right? And that's what you will be ready with at the end of the third month. And then we dive into the fourth month, which is where we start testing the waters. So in the fourth month, you will be doing a small test launch just to gain some momentum and get some proof of concept going, right? The idea here is to make sure that we have something that the marketplace is ready for when we go out and do a massive launch. So before we do a massive launch, we want to make sure that we test the waters and we get some proof of concept. And in the fourth month, we'll help you do exactly that. So we'll help you reach out to the marketplace and get some proof that, hey, you have the right store, the right story, the right product, and something that the marketplace wants. Once we do that, we go to the fifth month, which is where we build the profit machine. In the fifth month, we teach you how to build a 47-day automated upsell sequence. Now, if you remember, that's the second and the most important key. Never launch a store without building an upsell automated sequence, right? So in the fifth month, you learn how to do that. And this is to ensure that you make more money from your existing customers by boosting the repeat purchase frequency. So once you do a massive launch and if you have the upsell sequence ready, it will lead to an increased repeat purchase and more profits and more money for you. Once we are done with, creating the upsell sequence, you go to month number 6, which is mission all out. So in the 6th month, you will be launching your store using my Mission All Out template. Now, this is the template I use when I launch any e-commerce store, and this template helps me get the maximum ROI for every dollar I spend on advertising. Right? That's the key. I want to make sure that I get max ROI from every single penny I spend on advertising, and I use the Mission All Out template to just do that. And in the 6th month, I will be helping you learn my Mission All Out template, and I'll be giving you every detail you need to go all out and do a Mission All Out launch for your store. Exciting, right? So once we launch your store in the 7th month, we focus on LTC, which is the 3rd step in my YSUC E-Commerce formula. So now that your store is live in the 6th month, in the 7th month, and we would have customers coming in once you do a massive launch, the focus on the 7th month would be to help you build your community by using my LTC formula. Now, just like I built the natural living community using my LTC formula, I'll also share every template and all the details you need to use my LTC formula to build your community, so that your brand keeps growing, your customers start turning into your fans, and you keep getting paid money month after month, and your profit margins are crazy, right? So this is what we do in the 7th month in the 10 lakh e-commerce club coaching program. Once you implement and launch the LTC formula, in the 8th month, we go boom, 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 boom. In the 8th month, with everything in place, we help you scale and grow your business. So in the 8th month, we would be helping you launch several campaigns based on your store data. You see, now that we have your store ready, now that we have your automated upsell sequences ready, and we also have your the community built, and we have the launch pad for your community, it's time to go all out and go crazy and scale your business at a rapid pace, which is exactly what you would be doing in the 8th month. We'll be helping you launch some scaling campaigns, studying the data of your store. So once you launch several scaling campaigns in the 8th month, in the 9th month, we get into something that's the key to keep the momentum going and to keep your business growing. Hate this or love this, you need this, which is you need to get into the numbers, and you need to understand numbers. You see, this is where most e-commerce business owners do not make it in the long run, because they do not understand the numbers. As a e-commerce business owner, it's important that you pay real close attention to your numbers, because that's going to help you manage your inventory, manage your ad spend, manage your sales, and eventually take home the money. So in the 9th month, I'll help you understand the numbers, learn the numbers, and interpret the numbers so that you can make informed decision to keep your store growing. So once you're done with that, in the 10th month of the program, we do something big, which is we shake hands with the big daddy. Yes, we help you launch your products on Amazon, because Amazon is the giant out there that has so much residual traffic. So many customers buy from Amazon, right? Majority people buy from Amazon today. So you of course want to leverage the traffic on Amazon. So in the 10th month, we help you put up your products on Amazon so that you can start rolling in the sales from the big daddy of e-commerce. And once you put up your listing on Amazon in the 11th month, we also help you understand and learn the Amazon ranking secrets, and implement subtle strategies on Amazon so that you start ranking your products at the top of the Amazon listing. And once you are able to list your products in the top 10 of Amazon listing, you would see your sales spike up like crazy. And of course, while we continue to build the business on Amazon, our focus again would also be to keep growing your sales on your Shopify store. So then we come to the 12th month, which is a rail track approach. In the 12th month of the program, we teach you how to manage your inventory, how to manage your cash flow, how do you continue to sell on Shopify and Amazon, some more hidden secrets and strategies to continue scaling your business. All the exciting stuff comes in the 12th month of the program. So you see, by the end of the program, you would have launched a successful store that's making revenue for you month after month. And again, let me remind you, who is this for? Who should be taking part in this program? Who should join the program? If you're a business owner and you're looking at starting a new business, this is for you. If you are a digital marketer, hey, you have an advantage. You know Facebook advertising already. So this is for you too, right? If you want to start a second source of income. If you're a professional and want to start a business, this is for you. If you're a student wanting to start a business, this is for you, my friend. If you're a housewife and you want to start a business from your home, this is for you too. If you are an entrepreneur, a startup owner, and you want to start another business, this is for you. In a nutshell, this is for anybody who wants to start and grow an e-commerce business from home or anywhere in the world. Plus, I've made the entire training so simple that even someone with a non-technical and non-business or non-marketing background can easily understand and implement everything. So you don't have to worry about that. Plus, when you join the program, here is what you're going to get. The first bonus, which is 3 high converting Shopify themes. Yes. Once you're selected for the program, you will be getting my top 3 favorite high converting Shopify themes. So once you're selected for the program, you will be getting my 3 favorite Shopify themes, which are really high converting, worth $495, which is valued at rupees 35,000. If you convert dollar into rupees, absolutely free. That's awesome, right? And you also get another bonus, which is free graphics package worth 12,000. Now, my amazing team of graphic designers would help you design your logo, Facebook cover banner, and Shopify banners worth 12,000. And this is absolutely free once you are selected in the program. And of course, this is the big bonus I have for you, which is an opportunity to partner up with me. Yes, if I see that you are seriously committed to the program, I will be happy to partner up with you and start a new store with you. That is going to be huge, right? You and me working as partners, growing a new e-commerce business all together. So you keep working on your store, but we start another store in partnership, right? That's going to be huge. If you're really committed, I would love to partner up with you. So to sum it up, here is what you get as a part of the 12 months program. 1. 12 months of online training with live weekly coaching call. That's correct. Every single week, I will get on a live coaching call and teach you and train you on what exactly you need to be doing in that particular week to start and grow your e-commerce business. Now, at this point, for a speaking event, my fee is rupees 2 lakhs per day. And I will be teaching, training and mentoring you for a full 52 weeks, for an entire year, right? So even if I'm very conservative, let me put a very conservative number right there, which is 5,60,000 for training you for a full year. That's very conservative, right? Next, I'll be inviting you to join a private group, which is built on the Trello app only for the members of the 10 lakh e-commerce club. And the private Trello group access is valued at 15,000 rupees, again to be very conservative. And next, you're also getting 3 free Shopify themes from me, which is valued at rupees 35,000. So conservatively, to add up all the numbers, when you join the program, it's a total value of 6,22,000 rupees, right? Again, that's very conservative. And of course, not forgetting the free graphics package that you get as a part of the program, again, which is valued at 12,000 rupees. And imagine this, if all the program did was helped you start a new business on the side with zero investment, a business that had the potential to pay you month after month after month. Would that be worth it? Would the investment of 6,22,000 worth it? I'm sure it would be worth it, right? You can see why it's a good deal at 6,22,000 plus GST, because you know what, you're starting a new business, a business that makes profit and makes you revenue month after month after month. So at 6,22,000, that's a great deal. But you know what? Since this is the first time I'm launching an e-commerce program and revealing my never before shared secrets, I have been getting requests for a really long time to launch an e-commerce program, and I never wanted to do it because, hey, I'm happy running my own stores. But you know what? Finally, I decided, hey, let's do this. Because there's so much crap out there, and I'm sure that a lot of people are going through what I went through back in 2013 and 2014, which is very confusing, listening to all the gurus and, going nowhere. So that's why I decided, hey, let's, launch a systematic program that helps people build a real e-commerce business that's sustainable and that makes profit. And that's why, for a really small time and just for this beta launch, because you know what, I want to build a case study of success stories. I want to make sure that all the students in the program are successful, and I want to document that into a case study. And that's why for people in this beta batch, for people who join this batch, which is a beta batch, the fee for the program is not going to be 6,22,000 rupees. It's going to be just 98,000 rupees plus GST. That's right. It's freaking only 98,000 rupees plus GST. That's it, if paid in one shot. And here, you know what? Don't worry if you cannot afford to pay that at one shot. I think if you're smart, if you can afford, you should just pay it at one shot so that you can save on the money. But in case you can't afford to pay it at one shot, do not worry. I also have you covered. I have some installment options for you if that's what you are looking for. So in case you're looking to pay at one shot, the fee is going to be 98,000 for the entire 12 months of coaching, and you get all the bonuses. You get my, Shopify themes, you get the free graphics package, and of course the entire program. And you also have an opportunity to, partner up with me if you show me that you're really committed in the program. If you're looking at, paying quarterly, every 3 months, then the fee you pay is 30,000 paid at the start of each quarter. So you pay 4 payments of 30,000 each. And if you're looking at paying monthly, then the fee for you is going to be rupees 15,000 per month. So 12 payments of rupees 15,000. Crazy, right? But fair warning, we are getting at least 11 new inquiries every single day, and I'm sure you're not surprised by that. And for the beta batch of this program, we only have 10 seats. You see, more than 1/3 seats for the program are already taken. So we have about 2/3 seats left. So if you're interested and excited to start and grow your e-commerce business, make sure to book your seat right away. You really want to think about not how much are you investing, but what is it going to cost you if you don't do the program. The time that goes by with you not starting your store and not making the revenue and the profits that you could have made by starting and growing an e-commerce business. So that's what you should be thinking about. So if you're really serious about making money and growing your business, I would like to see you in the program. If you're really committed, I want to see you in the program. I want to help you, mentor you, and teach you how to start and grow an e-commerce business exactly like I have done for myself. So here is what you need to be doing next. Click on the apply now button and fill out a small form. I have a really small form that you need to fill out so that I get more details about you. I understand who you are, what you do, and what are your goals with starting and growing an e-commerce store. You would see a apply now button or a link on the screen. So just click on the button or the link and fill out the application form. Once you fill out the form, we will reach out to you with how you can go ahead and register yourself. And in case you have any questions, please feel free to drop us an email, and the ID is info@themarketingnerds.com. Or if you would like, you could also drop us a PM on Facebook, or you could also DM me on Instagram. My ID is Karan Dharamsi. I look forward to seeing you in the program. I look forward to helping you start and build an e-commerce store. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.